Greetings. In this lesson, I'll show you how to use third-party code. The code that has been built by someone else, and hopefully it has been tested very well and documented well. And it really makes our lives easier. Like, we don't want to write dull code. We want to reuse code written by other smart people as much as possible. Let's get into it. Okay, so for C#, I will be using a nuget library. So it's code written by someone else, and I'll be using manage nuget packages, I'll click browse, and let's look for CsvHelper. CsvHelper. So many downloads. That's what we need. Excellent package for working with CSV data. I accept. All right. Ready to go. Right. Build project. So calculator. So what do we do with the CSV package? Well, we can read CSV data with it. How do we do it? Like CsvHelper, map model, or read model. What is the idea? So there is a model, exactly what we have. Then there is a way of reading a class to which it is mapped, and a class that maps it. So let's create a class that will map our model. Our model is called employee, so we need a new class called employee map. Right. In an example, it's something like this. I'll explain it. So it inherits from a ClassMap. ClassMap is a class from a CsvHelper library. If I click F12 on it, I'll get to decompile source. And it's a really powerful thing. I encourage you to do it time to time, to actually just see what is in the library that you're using. Sometimes it's very useful. It's ClassMap, so this is generic parameter. And this means to which model we actually want to map it. It will be mapping to employee. Okay. So here, as we can see, that's one more keyword, field. It means that this class, employee map, cannot be inherited anymore. So class map could be inherited, and it's inherited by employee map. Employee map cannot be inherited by anything. Employee map. Here we basically need just to map all our properties. So where are they? All of this. I'll paste them here. Make it fileable. Map. First tax ID, the name we have. Named, last name, birth date, join date, everything. February, March. So this will come in handy because we will not need to July, August. We will not need to parse and map headers by an index. That prevents from getting problems later on. For instance, if some header was added to a file in the middle of a file, then this code would break because it depends on indexes, direct indexes. Or by using this library, we'll make it more resilient because it will depend on the header names actually. All right, so now we have emblema and can actually try and read it. How do we read it? Let's firstly create a separate method for reading it. And then later on we will refactor. We will be reading from a file name. Let's start. String file name. Okay, so now I go back to this example here, and this is how we do it. Okay, stream reader. So a few things here. Stream reader is something that can read into a stream. Yeah? And then we pass it to CSV reader. CSV reader is the class from the CSV library. Okay, so my pass to the file is here, file name, CSV reader, CSV context, register class map. So my class map. So my class map is called employee map. Okay. And records, get records of type. This is my employee. And we can actually just return records to list. Return records to list. Looks good. Here I'll press Ctrl dot and it will propose to simplify it. So this way code has less indentations, yeah? It has less curly brackets. It's more readable. Much better. Okay, so parsing from a file name, let's use this method here. Instead of this, I would like to use now this. And this I can comment out. Okay, and let's first of all open directory of the output with the output being debug and running it. And I think it will fail. Yeah. So what does it say? It's actually throwing an exception. Header with name text ID was not found. So it cannot recognize headers. So this is because default separator is comma. However, in my file, if I open it, I have semicolon. It cannot parse it. Cannot parse headers, cannot parse anything. So let's fix that. It doesn't give any. Okay, so CsvHelper, and I want to know set the delimiter or separator. Check this one. So we can pass a configuration. Okay. Configuration here. Create configuration, setting delimiter, then pass it to, instead of just invariant culture, we'll pass configuration. Now let's try again. All right, it has executed and the file is ready. And we can see the 0 results. So this works, but now I would like to actually remove my old method and just be using my new great code. Let's go to calculator. So this one. Yeah, shitty code. Let's remove it. Wow. Now I have great method, but that one was used also in testing. After I built, you can see that it fails in a test. So what do I, and in my test, I have, if you remember, the file that is embedded resource, and I don't want to write it down to a hard drive. It's not a good practice. And later on in real programming, we actually rarely use files written to hard drives. It would be rather some byte stream, a response from database, or any byte arrays that we got from any HTTP. So let's refactor this code even more. How do we do that? So we need to read it from a memory stream. What is a memory stream? It's, you can imagine it as a file in the memory. That's just it. Bytes in memory, a byte array in memory. How do we do it? So, first of all, how do we read embedded resource into a byte array? Okay, let's Google it, Stack Overflow it. This looks good. It looks even as an improvement. Quickly, I'll copy it and explain it. Extract resource, read embedded file, read memory. Let's byte array. We'll be using string. So this code is actually the same. Reader, he would like to use this memory stream. And then copy it to just copy. So create a new memory stream, copy the contents of this stream to memory stream. You can actually maybe just return memory stream. Memory stream. Okay. And the return time hence will be memory stream. Good. Read as not byte array, but memory stream. By the way, I'm using Ctrl+RR shortcut to rename methods. It's very useful during refactoring. Memorizes. So Ctrl+RR. Okay, some simplifications can be made. Good. Okay, so now I can read it as a memory stream. Here, I will not be reading lines anymore, but I will be reading. So read embedded file. Yeah, read it memory stream. This is a memory stream. I will not. I would like to have a method on my calculator that passes actually accepts a memory stream. Let's rename this. Okay. Current method accepts file name. We're reading here. Let's create for now a new one. And then we will refactor it and remove code duplication. So what if we have already memory stream? Memory stream. This should, we don't need stream reader because we are not reading from a file name, but we can read from a memory stream, I believe. And I cannot read it directly. It needs to go through stream reader and we'll pass memory stream into stream reader. This looks much better. Okay. Build succeeded. Let's run a test and see if it works. Doesn't work. Index of loss out of range. Let's get item. I have an exception. What happened? Index out of range must be no, blah 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 blah. This basically says nothing was returned. It was empty, and I tried to get first, and it wasn't there. Okay, so there is a problem in parsing. Or actually, there is a problem in reading the memory stream. So problem is here. It's a subtle problem. So it's using this. Basically here, I don't get memory stream fully populated in the end. Let's change it to byte array. Byte array, memory stream to array. Actually, we'll return byte array, return read as byte. Okay, I still can pass the memory stream. So the way to create a memory stream from a byte array is very simple. You just pass it to the constructor. And these are just bytes. Okay, let's run this one now. Yeah, all good in. Okay, so now what happens that we have two versions of code, which one is used by a test and one is used by a real application. Not good at all. We need to make it one. You can see find all references. Yeah, and it's called from here. And this one, find all references. It's called from here. Okay, so let's not this line anymore. We need to make it one. What's the difference? Basically, the difference is between how the stream reader is created. So once we have stream reader, everything else is exactly the same. Okay. So now I can use an extraction of a method. I will do it manually. Here we'll do it manually, but later on there are automatic tools. Visual Studio can help with that. It will be a private static get records, and it will accept stream reader. Okay, and it has this code. Yeah, all good. So now just excellent. And now just return records from reader. This code is not needed. And this code is also not needed because it's the same code. Okay, test first. Then we run the real application. All is good. All right, guys. In this one, we learned how to use CsvHelper library. I hope you enjoyed it. In the next one, I'll be showing how to do some data manipulation, searching through the data. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.